I am a leader, and resilience taught me how to stand. Now, resilience itself wasn't something that I learned from books or training or YouTube videos. It was learned when my life and my career were ultimately abruptly interrupted. In my early 30s, I survived multiple strokes and, in the end, heart surgery. And not long after that, sadly, I experienced quite an abrupt redundancy from the company that I invested years of loyalty to. So in a relatively short space of time within our own lifespans, both my health, my identity, and my confidence were all extraordinarily challenged. Now, those experiences forced me to slow down, reflect on what leadership really means. I learned that true leadership isn't actually about control or certainty. It's about emotional intelligence, self-awareness, and the ability to show up with clarity, not when things are easy, but when things are truly uncomfortable. I discovered that people don't need perfect leaders. They need present ones. Leaders who listen, communicate honestly, and who create safe environments for growth, especially during change. This is how I lead forward.
I am a leader, and emotional safety matters to me. I didn't grow up in emotional safe environments, so I'm very aware of how spaces can either open people up or shut them down. I know what it feels like to constantly read the room, to second guess yourself, or to stay quiet just to make the peace. That's why when I lead, I am intentional. I check on how people are doing, not what they're just producing. I make it okay to ask questions. I don't shame mistakes. When I talk about emotional safety, I'm not talking about being soft. I don't see it as weakness at all. I see it as clarity and follow through. Because safety is built on what happens after the conversation. When people feel safe, they don't hold back. They show up. They contribute. They grow. That's the kind of leadership I stand behind. This is how I lead forward.
I am a leader, and I lead with purpose, not fear. In 1999, I had a new job managing a web development group within a large company. We had a pretty primitive website, and we needed to replace it, and management wanted it done soon. I could have sat down with the team and said, okay guys, here's what we're going to do and here's when we're going to do it by. Basically just giving orders. But instead, we sat around a table and we talked about what it would take to get the job done. And everybody agreed on various dates that they could do it. Together, we said, okay, before we leave for holiday vacation this year, we're going to have this done. Is everybody in? Everybody was in. Well, as things went, some things were done sooner, some things took a little longer, and we came very close to the wire. But you know what? Every single member of my team stayed, whether their piece was done or not, and helped out as best they could. And we released that website on time as we promised. That wouldn't have happened if we didn't have buy-in across the whole group. This is how I lead forward.
I am a leader. I was born to a modest couple in the Philippines, the youngest of 4 girls. My mom was my greatest influence. I take after her with her kindness and creative problem-solving discipline. I have been in California for 22 years now. I joined an internet consulting company in Silicon Valley as business development manager in 2002, became chief operating officer and part owner after 8 years, then exited in 2020 to focus on the Mentoring Club, my give back passion project. The Mentoring Club connects working people to accomplished leaders for leadership development mentoring. With a growing community of hundreds of mentors, mentees, volunteers, donors, and partners globally, we are giving the gift of leaders to the world.
What is my vision for the Mentoring Club? When I started the Mentoring Club in 2016, I declared that our mission is to provide a mentoring community for young leaders. When we launched, not only young leaders signed up, mid-career people and advanced career people signed up. And so we evolved our mission to provide a mentoring community for aspiring and seasoned leaders, where seasoned leaders refer to both the mentors and the mentees. Today, anywhere in the world, we help working people find mentors who can guide them to develop the skills they need to achieve their career and life goals. We help mentees fulfill their goals through meaningful work that creates positive impact in the world. We believe that when we're doing meaningful work, that's when the leaders in us come out because we care about the results. And when we care about the results, then that is how we can make a positive impact in the world. Ultimately, my vision is that as mentees become successful leaders, my dream is for them to become mentors to others. And that's how the cycle of giving back can continue, hopefully without end, hopefully even long after I'm gone.
When Lizelle put that vision on the screen, it made it so easy for me, one, to take in, and two, to brag and share. This is what the Mentoring Club is about. Now, contrast that with, here's a one-page brochure. Read it and then share it. I'm not likely to do that, but just because Lizelle made it easy for me to see a picture, the best part of the picture, I could see myself in that picture.
One of the ways we attract people into the Mentoring Club is to share our leadership core values. Our anchor values are trust, leadership, and community. Under trust, we believe that integrity, honesty, and commitment are what make us trustworthy as individuals and professionals. Under leadership, we believe that health, vision, and execution are all needed to be successful leaders. One without the others pretty much leads to nothing. We have to have all of them. And it is understandable that not all of us will be great at both visioning and execution. So if you're great at visioning, find somebody to help you execute. And if you're great at execution, find somebody whose vision you can support and help execute. That way, both of you can become successful leaders. And the last anchor value, community. Under community, we believe that humanity, contentment, family are the social grounding forces that make us feel fulfilled and happy. At the end of the day, even though we're successful as leaders, if we don't have anybody to share that success with, then it will be a lonely success. And so we encourage everybody to think about their values. And if those values align with ours, then this may be just the right community to be a part of. What are the proofs that the vision and the mission are being realized? Throughout this conference, I invite you to watch some of the testimonials that our mentors and mentees are sharing about their experiences within the community.
I think one of the biggest reasons why I've had so much enjoyment and also satisfaction in the past 6 years of my career is all the mentors and the people I've met along the way. At my first job, I can name at least 3 people who've really made a difference at my role, where I was coming out as a fresh graduate, going on to my first client project as a management consultant, not knowing what to do, and having people point me in the right direction. And I think it's so important to make sure that there's someone who's more experienced than you or have more insights who can lead you along the way, and which is why I think the Mentoring Club is so valuable.
When I came in touch with the Mentoring Club, it was just a vast variety of knowledge bases and expertise in all types of different fields. And as I spoke with everyone who was a part of the Mentoring Club, they gave me a new perspective on their own life that was, in a way, something that I felt like I never really had. It was very easy for me just to say, sign me up. I want to just see where I can go with this. And I had nothing to lose, but so much more to gain.
My mentors were very encouraging, because the interview process can be very overwhelming, and some of them are really long, and it's really easy to lose the hope during the process. And I was making that transition, which is very, very different, both of them. Thankfully, I had a lot of volunteer experience that was able to kind of make also the transition easier. But definitely having a mentor during that process gave me more motivation and that little push I needed on the day. I didn't really think that I could do it. So having the mentor during that process was really, really helpful. I am in a job right now that I really like, and I'm very happy I made that switch. And just having someone to be your kind of like a cheerleader that time of transition where there is a lot of uncertainty and you're trying to figure things out, it was just really helpful for me.
Hi, I am Manju Abraham and I am a leader. I know that people matter more than metrics. I have led large, complex transformations across organizations as a VP of engineering at companies like Hewlett-Packard Enterprise and Delphix. Very early on, as an architect and manager itself, I learned that results follow when people understand the purpose, feel respected and valued, and know that they belong. Trust is key. Leadership is not about driving numbers first. It is about creating clarity, explaining the why, and setting direction. We have to define goals and measures of success and give them the chance to own it. Metrics do matter, but they are indicators, not the mission. When results fall short, it is rarely a motivation problem. It's usually a resource or a process issue asking to be addressed. That is where leadership matters most. Remove friction so people can take ownership, move with confidence, and do their best. That is how I lead forward confidently.